Welcome back to the Average Bros Take. It's Friday. Time to get in the grind. Welcome for the weekend, and we have some hot topics for you guys. We got Jake Paul. He is a maniac. He's trying to get any fight he can get his hands on. Next, we got baseball topics. No more Cleveland Indians. Are all the Indian names going to be gone? Probably. And after that, we're going to finish with some NBA topics. And should LeBron only play 40% of the season? Tune in now. Boom.
All right, so I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm sure you guys did. I don't know if you've seen the extent of it, but is it Jake or Logan Paul? I always get him confused. The
They're
younger
the same
one.
guy.
Logan.
Same
The
guy.
one that just fought.
It's starting to get theatrical.
Jake.
Clones. They're clones.
So he calls out Conor McGregor for a boxing match, which, I mean,
nice.
at least he didn't do MMA, but still, like, crazy. And my thing was the way that they went about it. Like, he
What-
was such a dick.
Isn't Conor McGregor contracted for a fight against someone coming up?
Somebody's shitty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but shouldn't he be focused on that, or he just doesn't care?
I mean, I think
Oh, here we go.
honestly, the way that Conor thinks and the way it looks like a lot of the fighting
What's the
industry
video?
thinks is like, you wave 50 mil in front of my face, like, how you turn that down? Because he's not gonna make that with this
Is this a
actual
video?
fight.
Is this a video? He
Yeah, the
he
one-
offered him 50 million.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Dude. So he follows one person, and it's Conor McGregor's
Why?
fiance.
Or fiance.
and he
Oh.
did a complete. It's starting to get really obvious and stupid now because he did a ploy where he drove by Conor McGregor's trainer while he was getting interviewed on the street. Logan Jake, one of the fucking Pauls, drove by and was screaming stuff, and he was throwing toilet paper rolls at
Yeah.
Conor's trainer.
What?
And
Doesn't he know we're in a pandemic?
yeah, that's expensive.
That's good shit.
Do you
Where was he throwing it? Think it's still there?
Go find it.
What's it called? And
I haven't wiped my ass in weeks.
He opens up his video and he just goes, "You Irish cunt, Conor." And
Oh,
it's
I
like,
love
whoa, just like yelling at. It was crazy,
Cunt's
dude.
a good one.
Dude, it's
Look at
crazy
it right
how
here,
British
right here. Look at
people,
this.
and stuff, and even
Just screaming at.
oh yeah,
That's so staged, dude.
Why was
yeah.
there
Watch
already
it. He's
cameras
laughing,
there?
bro. Watch this. He's laughing.
Why were cameras already there?
Yeah, dude.
And
it's-
why wouldn't he jump into the truck? He was very close.
Yeah, it's a little. It's.
Why doesn't he get arrested for driving the back of the truck? That fuckface.
I think it's just like it's getting a little too much.
Does he rub you
It's-
guys wrong?
Oh, so,
That has to be
yeah.
Arizona.
Right.
But Connor does too, to be honest.
I love Conor.
Oh,
McGregor.
see, I
Like
like.
so does Floyd. Like I don't
I
like
think
any of
Connor's.
them.
I think Connor's the smartest, dumbest guy I've ever met. You know.
I mean,
Or
I
no?
think they're all smart in like the aspect of like the money. Like, how do you turn down the money? But like, that's what they're in it for, and that's fine. But it's just I can't really like them as boxers and fighters if they're just gonna
Look at this
make a
clown.
mockery for money.
What do you want? That's the only way people will watch it. I mean,
Oh no, I
boxing's
know.
dead.
No, sure, that's fine.
It's dead.
It
UFC's dying.
Yeah, no,
UFC, unless you know what the fucking move they're doing when they're laying on top of each other,
Mm.
at
is
least-
boring.
but
No,
at-
I
but at
think that
least-
UFC is still on the come up compared to boxing
do
on the
too.
downfall.
in UFC, at least they're actually like legit fights. Like Connor's going and doing boxing outside of the MMA, and then like Floyd when he fought Connor, it was boxing. Like when these like celebrity death match things are going on, it's boxing.
I think the biggest
Yeah,
thing with
but-
UFC that's hurting it too right now in the public image is just it's not like a spectacle. Like there's no fans, so it's not the same as Conor McGregor walking out in front of 30,000 with an Irish dance song. Like it's no one there anymore. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember what it's like to have fans in the stands. So that is hurting them big time because not having people cheer in 20,000 in Vegas venue, that's hurting them a lot.
I just think the fighters now are not as exciting as they used to be in UFC.
My thing with like this fight is like
Fuck this.
who pays for this, dude? Like the Tyson one, like it makes sense, right? Like you have those be the opener, like everyone wants to watch Tyson so you can get people who actually pay for it. Like who is gonna pay for this? Like I get that like to watch it illegally, sure. Like am I gonna watch it illegally? Probably. But to buy it on
People
pay-per-view
buy it.
for
Yeah, people
it's
buy it.
crazy, dude. Like, you
People
gotta
buy
be
this.
some kind of fucking dumb to buy that shit.
Dude,
Bald bitch.
People would watch Conor McGregor fight anyone.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's just
Seriously,
like
anyone.
idiotic.
But is that not like we talked about this I think last week or 2 weeks ago? Is it not there was a Paul crossing pass.
Conor McGregor does not weigh 185. What the fuck?
What I don't get, that's probably what they would be fighting at.
That's
185 8 3-minute round.
has McGregor ever weighed that much in his life?
I'm sure boxing he can. Yeah.
He looks like a solid 170.
Do you think he's scared? Like I said, that's the easiest money on the
No.
planet on the professional side.
He might be like one of those. He's a pretty serious guy. Like when it comes to business and martial arts, he might think like that. Like that's a disrespect to the sport. I'm not going to do it. Like that's a joke.
No, he chases money and he doesn't care. And it's
He has a lot of money. He has his own
Dude,
alcohol.
Tell
now.
me how Jake Paul's calling out this guy and then Logan Paul's calling out Mayweather. Everyone needs to stop giving this attention. It's going to be so... No way this can live up to the hype. But unless, which will probably happen, he's going to get knocked the fuck
Dude,
out. Like hurt, injured.
The Paul brothers are like the fucking YouTube version of the Kardashians, bro.
Yeah, they
like,
kind of remind me of that.
Yeah, like they're famous for no fucking reason other than like they
Saying outrageous
they
shit.
can like, entertain on a camera by just being outlandish and childish. And
I noticed that a
you know.
lot of people are doing that nowadays, like with the new age of technology, like even the Nelk brothers, like or the Nelk boys, like you just do outlandish things on camera and people will watch it. That's what they're getting away with. They'll do anything. It doesn't matter if they get arrested because all the money that they make on people watching that video is going to cover that anyways.
yeah, but it's I don't know. I mean, what is to say about it though? Because everyone, like we said, like everyone's gonna watch it. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind
I'll
of down to
watch
see
it.
this guy get his fucking ass kicked.
Why can't Mayweather and McGregor just fight again? That would be fucking
But that's
way
the
more
thing
money.
is it's fake confidence. Like he's gonna act like this to try to generate interest and make people think that he can actually do it. But at the end of the day, he's gonna get his ass worked, and then they're gonna shake their hands after the fight and be like, "Good job, brother. You made me a lot of money. You too."
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's exact. He knows he has no chance. That's why I'm saying it. Mayweather, McGregor. It's the easiest thing ever.
This is marketing and sales meet. Fucking Logan and Jake Paul are marketing. McGregor and Floyd Money Mayweather are the sales team. And then at the end they shake it up. Good job marketing. Good job sales. Way to close the deal.
But it's like both. It's actually both ways. Like both are marketing, both are sales because McGregor and Mayweather, they're also the marketers. That's how they get so many people to watch their fights because they talk trash.
Yeah, but the brothers are like blowing it up.
Yeah, well, if you're one of the brothers, you're like, oh, what? So like,
They get the
I
outside.
I get my ass kicked for fucking $20 million. I'm in.
Yeah, like no
Like,
chicks.
I'm in.
No chick's gonna watch a normal boxing match, but because Logan Paul's in it, you'll probably get girls watching it. You'll probably get younger generations watching it. So
For sure.
that's what they're pulling into it. And then McGregor and Mayweather are just pulling in the straight boxing side. They're like, we'll get
Yeah.
everyone who actually likes fighting. They'll watch too.
This is gonna suck. I don't even want to watch this.
By the way, did you guys see Giannis reached a new Supermax extension?
What, just so he can cry next year and say he
I
wants
was
out?
just gonna say,
Fucking trade me out.
dude. I mean,
I think they'll be
that's-
good.
No
well,
way.
I mean, they'll be better than they were last year, but they're not the best team in their.
not better than the
conference.
Lakers.
They
They're
were
not better than the
on
Nets.
paper.
like-
They were the best team last year. Like before the playoffs started, and you actually had to win. But like I think they had the best record all year.
Yeah, I mean,
Lakers didn't play every
Like,
game.
that doesn't even
Yeah.
matter. Regular season doesn't matter in the NBA.
Kawhi plays like what, 20 games in the regular season?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if LeBron plays 50 games this year.
It's so weird how quick everything happened, huh? Like they didn't even get to. It's the worst case scenario for the Lakers on like not being. They didn't even celebrate it. It was like 2 months. Was it even 2 months? When did they win it? October, November?
I don't know.
I think it was.
I thought it was summer.
September.
No, because it was right before the Dodgers. It was 2 weeks before.
Maybe I don't remember.
I think it was 2 weeks before, and the Dodgers were like the beginning of November, right?
No, the Dodgers were like the
Don't you have a
third
tattoo?
week of October.
Where's your tattoo? Show us.
I don't have. I don't
The
have a
date.
Show us the date.
tattoo. No,
yeah,
yeah,
so
it
that
was
was
the-
end of September then.
yeah, but no, like they're. I mean, LeBron and what was it? They played the Clippers the other day. LeBron and AD didn't even play. That
That was game 1, yeah.
and well, this last one too. This last game, LeBron and AD have not played in the
They're not
preseason
going to
yet.
play the preseason.
They played the Clippers last night,
They
and they
just
had
finished
that
2 months ago.
That what THT was that his name? TMT? I don't know what his fucking name
The
is.
money
Who?
team?
No, the Lakers had a guy like a second-year player, second-round draft pick, just went off put like 33 up, and they beat the fucking Clippers by like 30.
I really don't give a fuck about that. Like, who cares about the preseason?
I mean, you have to when you're playing the Clippers and the Clippers are playing their dudes and you're not playing your dudes.
the
and
Lakers
you
are
beat 'em
so
by 30.
good. The Lakers are so good
Oh,
that
come
I
on.
think they could not play LeBron and AD for like a quarter of the season and still have a great record. I like that Space Jams. You guys see that?
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I have a feeling, like, I truly believe that the Lakers should rest LeBron and AD for 60% of the
at
season.
least.
They'll make the playoffs
Oh, yeah.
easy, and then just ride through as the 6th seed and fucking who gives a fuck?
Play the last 40% of the season through and just build that chemistry.
Yeah, people need to start preserving their superstars when you have them on big market teams. Like, there's no reason AD needs to play more than 60% of the games.
Oh, they're coming out with a fine for that.
Now
If
it's
it's a
okay.
Wear it.
It's a
Wear
big.
it.
Right now it's
It's a
okay
big
because
game.
the fans aren't there. But when the fans are, it's fucked
Yeah.
up.
Well, they're saying they're going to put a fine if you're on like national TV for the night and you don't play a star player.
Yeah.
You're going to get fined.
I mean,
Which
as a,
I agree with.
sure, like,
Well, they're losing money.
the,
Yeah.
the way that I look
TV.
at it is, like, if you're a fan of this team, you have to understand that, like, there's a whole lot more to this game than just going out there and showing up. And, like, fuck, dude, like, if you got if you got the coach of the Lakers coming out like, hey, I think our better chance to win a fucking championship is if we sit LeBron for 30 games of the season. And you're a fucking fan. You're like, well, I want my team to win a championship, so might as well listen to the guy who's getting paid to do this job, right? I mean, that's the way I think. I mean, I'm all
no-brainer.
yeah, like what's it called? I don't think Kershaw's played a full season in 4 years. It's like perfect.
That's something that scares me about this next year, is that we won on a short season.
Yeah, but he won't. But you don't even need to worry about it. The Dodgers got 8.
Fuck.
Like you just let him pitch the same amount of games.
But then who's going to pitch those other games?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll make the playoffs no matter what. Just like the Lakers. It's like,
Just get in.
yeah, just get in.
Get to the dance.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Like,
Alright.
we won 8. What is it? 8 in a row now. It's like, I mean, we just want rings. I don't
If
give
you
a fuck
take her
about
to the
division.
dance, you got a chance to take her home.
That's a
Right? Just
Sure.
gotta get there.
just got to get
Your
there.
chances are still.
You just got to get there in one piece. Like
Right.
everyone asks this year, like, what's going to stop the Lakers from winning another ring?
Nothing.
The Lakers.
Yeah.
Them playing LeBron too much, them playing AD too much, them getting
LeBron
guys
breaking his ankle.
hurt. Yeah, someone getting hurt. That's how they lose. I mean,
Yeah, they're so far ahead of everyone. It's kind of. Oh,
But they said the
it is
same.
diluted.
Who are they saying? Oh, they were saying this about the Clippers last year.
yeah, no, you're right.
That's what scares me.
But I don't think anyone believed it. They were saying it, like all the quote unquote professionals were saying it, but like now you actually know what the Lakers can do. No one knew what the Clippers could do because you had never seen them. You just assumed they were going to be good. Now the
Yeah.
Lakers, are good, and they
Yeah.
added better pieces. Like the guys that were mediocre, they got rid of. The only one that I'm like, what the fuck is KCP too?
Oh.
I'm like, I'm so sick.
Yeah.
And he had a great end of the year. I'm not even trying to disrespect him, but like
Yeah.
I'm so sick and tired of seeing that guy in the Lakers.
When the Clippers went out and they got Paul George after he had that good year with OKC, I mean, he had one good year after his year coming back from the injury, and it wasn't like set in stone that he was going to be able to repeat. I mean, I think AD and obviously LeBron, they have and Kawhi for that matter, have a pretty good track record, whereas Paul George not being crazy good isn't that surprising. What is surprising is that they signed him to a max contract.
I don't get that.
I don't get teams, dude. It's just like they just burn money because they think I don't know, like Faith or what is told you that
A couple
that guy
years
deserved that.
ago, you could have made that argument. for-
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like before the injury, like or even maybe before the injury or I don't know.
Literally, what you saw in that last playoff game should have been enough to tell anybody this guy is not the guy.
Sure.
Like that game alone, watching it, should have been enough to say we got to get somebody else.
Yeah, I agree. What do you guys think of like James Harden like being kind of a bitch and showing up to practice like days late after like the team reports? I mean, the Rockets are like they trade Westbrook, but I mean the Rockets are good.
He's kind of like I've been here so long, I don't need to listen. Like
I mean they
Yeah.
they
I
got
just do
John.
what I want now.
they
We
got
don't win.
Old.
I think John Wall and Boogie's upside is better than
Boogie's
Westbrook.
like glass right now.
Boogie's a cancer too.
If he moves the wrong way,
And Westbrook isn't.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they're kind of like the same.
I mean, I think the Rockets are better now than they were with.
Oh yeah, you got
Westbrook.
two.
Yeah,
You got 2 for 1, right?
yeah. I mean, I think like James Harden wanting to go. Like the one thing that would be a problem.
where's Westbrook?
Westbrook went to the Wizards for
Wizards.
John Wall.
Yeah.
And John Wall is one of those guys who hasn't played in a couple of years. So if he comes back and he's good, dude, like the Rockets are decent for sure.
Cousins hasn't played in 2 years.
Yeah, I mean he played a little bit at the end of 2019
There's so much shuffling,
with
it makes me ill.
the Warriors.
He's got 2 back-to-back rings, huh? No. The Warriors lost to Toronto. Never mind.
Yeah, he lost that one, and then
There is a
he
guy
won
on the
with the
Lakers.
Lakers.
There's a guy
Yeah,
on the
he got
Lakers who won
waived at-
back to back though.
Yeah, it was well, it's fucking
Danny Green?
Danny Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking Danny Green.
Danny
Piece
Green.
of shit.
Danny Green,
What a
known for a shooter.
I mean,
but
I guess
couldn't
he
shoot.
I
Yeah.
mean, I guess now that he's gone, we don't need to be that mad at him. He kind of came in and although didn't perform, they still won a ring. So it's kind
He
of
literally just
He
lost me
contributed
like a
his-
few years off my life
yeah,
from stress.
He contributed his 3-3-pointers every 6 games.
yeah. Well, other than that, to bring up some, I'd say disappointing, sad news. If you're an Indians fan,
Dude, oh my
No.
goodness.
they drop in the name. Some hope I will give, if you are a diehard Indians fan like our brother over here. Back in like the late 1800s, they used to be called the Cleveland Spiders, and they had some
Okay.
pretty sick fucking
Dude.
logos
I'll
and
buy
some
you a-
merch. And
I'll buy you a Spider-Man suit.
I mean, I'll buy a spider.
Back in the 1300s, the Yankees were probably the fucking goons. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a
See,
Spider-Man suit.
look at that logo. That's kind of cool,
Where?
right there.
Oh.
See, look at that
my
logo right there.
God.
It's creepy.
Click on the
Get
one
that.
with it says Kluber, and it's the jersey at the below it.
My nephew would love
That's
that.
not
hat.
that bad.
Yeah.
That freaks me out.
That looks like a 12-year-old made
That
that.
freaks me out, and I don't like it. I like the hat, but no, dude. Like, Indians is not offensive. There's actually Indian tribes that are like protesting in their own way against this.
I think the Braves is worse than the Indians
Yeah.
because
I would say.
the Indians
Any sort of derogatory, not even derogatory, but a term that isn't like the actual, like an Indian is an Indian. There's nothing offensive about that except for the fact that we realized they weren't from India and all that, like the deeper aspects to it, but they're still recognized as Indians.
Can you call them the Cleveland Native Americans?
See, now
Would
that
that be
could be
better?
offensive. I don't know.
Oh, that would be pretty sick.
that would be cool. The Cleveland
And you can't say that's
'Cause
any sort of shit because
they-
you can be like, no, just native to Cleveland.
because they did Cleveland
Like a fucking fat
a
white guy.
few years ago.
Mower
the-
getting corn.
Cleveland changed their logo, so you see it's just the C there.
I love their logo. I
It
love
used
the
to
C.
be the
guy.
the
Yeah.
Wahoo
Chief
head.
Wahoo.
Yeah.
And they got rid of it because it was offensive. Which I mean, I feel like
It's a slippery slope, dude.
I know it's
It's-
unfortunate. Like from someone who's not a Cleveland
It's
Indians
like saying
fan,
that
like-
Angel is offensive. Well, Angel, that's offensive.
No, I think that's
I'm
a fair.
atheist.
I think that's
Angel,
a fair argument.
A Dodger? No, I like dodging cars. That's offensive. Like everything.
I don't even know what a Dodger is, and I've
It
looked up.
is like a person who dodges trolleys and stuff. But I think you bring up a good point. Like I really do think if you're gonna throw the Indians out, then you should seriously consider throwing the Angels out. You should consider throwing the Braves out.
You just throw every name out. A Brown. Oh, that's offensive.
Oh,
Brown.
my
I've thought
nephew?
about that one too.
My nephew was mind blown. Last night he goes, Uncle Joe, which team are we cheering for? The purple team or the orange team? I go, we're cheering for the Browns. He looks at the screen, looks at me. He goes,
What the hell?
the orange team? I go, yeah, their name's the Browns. He goes,
That doesn't make sense.
I don't like this. He just walks away.
Oh shit. But yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
you might need to change. I would like the Cleveland Dogs for the Browns.
No, you
That'd be
can't change
cool.
the Browns in no way is offensive. The Browns.
No, it's not offensive.
I want to know what the meaning is because it's not the skin tone of anyone. Like it's just
no. It's
Wait,
it's,
they actually want to change the
no,
Browns?
no.
Oh.
That's not getting any. I don't even want to create that.
You just made that happen.
Never happened.
You
Never happened.
I'm like, oh,
Someone's
someone's the
gonna be like-
Browns because they all have brown skin.
Dude.
Wow, that
Paul
Yeah.
Brown. Oh yeah, see it's the
Oh.
last name.
yeah.
Which
that's-
is probably they're gonna look back and be like that was once like a
Slave
plantation.
owner
see the
name
thing that's
or-
funny though is
Yeah.
like if I like that's just whack that they're called the Browns because of that. So if they wanted to change their name because like they're just named stupidly because that's really whack, then
But
I'd
the
be okay with
fans
that.
love it. Like
No,
they
I know.
love
I
being
mean,
the Browns.
sure.
The
Isn't it
Cleveland
crazy?
Dogs,
Isn't
the
it crazy
Cleveland
to?
Hounds.
I mean, sorry to shit on your team here, but isn't it crazy to build a culture around losing and like build dedicated fans around losing?
Accepting it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Really loving it.
like
No.
like Cubs fans.
No, but number one, if you guys have never had a team that really sucks for a long time and then having them win, there's no better feeling. I couldn't
Sure.
imagine being like a Patriots fan through this time. Like you become numb to winning. You just expect it and it's like, oh cool, we won another one. No, there's no better feeling than your team sucking so bad for so long and then them actually turning it around. It's an incredible feeling, which I'm feeling it this year.
You're almost there.
Dude, one
You're
win.
on the teeter-totter.
One win.
You're
Yeah.
on the
See, that's the-
teeter.
And the PTSD won't let me get happy yet.
That's the crazy thing that's so like different. It's like
Chiefs
you're
too.
so happy on the up and up right here and that your team's gonna make the playoffs. Whereas like if you're a
You're like, let's get
Patriots
to the
fan, you're
playoffs.
disappointed that you're not going to win a Super Bowl this year. It's just so crazy. You see where different fan bases are at and what they would take for granted and
Yeah.
don't take for
I
granted.
think that's the biggest thing I took away too from last night is that they can actually compete for a playoff win at least,
Yeah.
maybe two. Like they can shake shit up. So
I think that's why it doesn't
showed
really,
they can play with the big dogs.
I think that's why it doesn't really matter if you're a fan of a big market team or a small market team, as long as you're able to be realistic about the expectations.
Slippery
of your
slope though.
team.
Look at that. Chiefs, you could say, is offensive. You cannot change. Chiefs fans will lose it. And
I
Chiefs is like
agree.
the
same
Black
thing as an
Cox is
Indian.
offensive.
Blackhawks.
The
yeah.
Blackhawks are definitely offensive.
The Blackhawks.
Yeah, the sh-
Look, it says.
Is there a team that has a penis in their name?
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks
Yeah.
decided not to
Oh,
change their name.
Hawks.
No, it's the Blackhawks.
But that's the same as the fucking Indians.
That
That's
one's
worse.
That's worse.
That's like Redskins.
That's like Redskins.
Why is being named? If you're gonna name someone the Gage Poochies, the Cleveland Gage Poochies, that's the sickest fucking thing I've ever heard. Why is that disrespectful? Unless I get like a Redskins, like that's supposed to be derogatory, right? I'm not good at Native American
well,
history.
a Cavalier's a fucking white person, if I'm not mistaken.
Redskins.
I have
Like
no
It's
idea.
like a little like a
Yeah,
Cavalier.
that's what I'm saying.
I
I can
slept in
understand that
class.
one. But even then,
Chiefs. Like a chief exists.
okay, so does an Indian.
Like a CEO?
An Indian, like, I guess they're saying that literally because it should be Native Americans and not Indians.
They're just gonna be the Cleveland.
Isn't the
I don't
reason
know. I think that Indians was the coolest fucking name that someone accidentally created. That sounds so cool. An Indian?
isn't the reason you pick a mascot because you think it's like fierce and strong? Like we are the
Yeah.
giants.
You don't have like the snails.
Yeah. So to me it's not done in a malicious way. It's not making fun of them, but
And I think that there's Indians out there that actually take pride in that, and they're like we love the Indians. But any other hot topics?
yeah, I guess we'll leave it at
Yeah, no,
there's no
I-
more Indians.
No more Chief Wahoo.
Yeah, see, like I just want to bring this up. So, like, a Cavalier is a supporter of King Charles the First in English Civil War. So it's like, I mean, I guess like that could easily be viewed as offensive.
Wait, that's
So
kind of shitty.
that's a white person.
King Charles was the one who wanted America to not exist, right? That's kind of who we fought
I
with.
have no
I don't know.
idea.
It's like
I thought it was Queen Elizabeth.
I think
that bitch has been alive a long time.
Yeah. She's been running shit.
400 years now. She's only 410.
Her and Epstein, they're homies.
no. King Charles the First was executed in 1649, so he had
No,
nothing
not
to do
that
with
far
US. But yeah, no, it's
He was
just,
probably the one who created taxes. I
Asshole.
guarantee it.
Yeah.
Charles, definitely.
yeah. I don't. Other than that, I don't think there's any crazy hot topics going on right now. I think with baseball, actually one thing I did read is that they're trying to decide if they're going to push the season back again, because it sounds like Manfred is going to try to get the players to all get vaccinated, which that's not going to go over well.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's like
Infringing
against
on
race
human
and
rights.
shit. Yeah.
Infringing on your human rights.
That's against fucking religion and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to get past that one.
Dude.
That's not going to happen. So,
It's a scary thought.
but
How can you make somebody do that?
It's just like, think of it, if your work came up to you and was like, hey, like, you don't have to get it, but if you don't, like,
Dude,
you
it's-
can't come into the
It's
office
what's
anymore.
happening.
I would
and
be
we'll-
like, can you just write that out for me and sign it so
you
I
gotta
can
find a doctor.
fucking sue you?
Yeah, but like the way that, so essentially what would happen is, like, if a MLB team just told you to fuck off and then they still paid you,
Yeah, I would do
they
that.
can't do anything.
Oh, so they'll still pay you.
I think there has to be, like, baseball isn't like,
So they'll just pay you till
like
your
football.
contract's over.
There's, like, baseball money is pretty, like, it's guaranteed. They don't do like injury, like if you get injured, like the team has insurance for that.
Thanks for giving us a listen, bros. Smash that like button. Subscribe to never miss a podcast of the Average Bros. And with that, good night and good gambling.